And I feel like so many nice people come to Washington, D.C., like Mr. Smith goes to Washington, and but then they kind of get caught into this corrupt system.
Yeah.
There are not many incentives to be a nice guy. How do you resist the incentives to not be nice?
My faith would say it's love, right? We're commanded to love your neighbor, and there's no exception after that. Love your neighbor only if they agree with you. Love your neighbor as long as they haven't insulted you. And so I fail that standard of loving everybody, but I aspire to it, and I tell my office that one of our key central values is kindness. It's just being good and decent to people. And the crazy thing is, I have found out, a lot of people say nice guys finish last. Well, I'm a United States Senator now, and life seems to be going good, and I'll give you an example of why being kind works. So that I was challenged to meet with all my Republican colleagues by my mentor, Bill Bradley, a former New Jersey Senator and NBA legend. But he said, take time and get to know them as human beings. And so I went out to lunch with people, went to dinner, met them in their office. One guy, Inhofe was his name, from Oklahoma, very right-wing, senior.
Snowball guy.
Yeah, brought a snowball to the Senate floor, and that's all I knew him from, that one little moment. As if any of us want to be defined by one moment of our lives, but I knew him from the Senate snowball. But I'm new here, and so I hear he has a Bible study in his office. And I'm not quite the evangelical he was, but I do come from that faith tradition and do study the Bible. So I went to his office, and as soon as I walked into his office, much more ornate and beautiful than this, I see a picture of him and a little black girl on the mantle. And it sort of surprised me because I had all these preconceived notions. I didn't expect this guy to have an affectionate, I'm like Mr. Chairman, sir, because I don't call them older senators by their first names. Mr. Chairman, sir, who dat? And he smiled. And he told me the most beautiful story about his family adopting a child out of very difficult circumstances. And it really moved me. Many, many months later, I'm on the Senate floor sulking because there's a big education bill moving and I have an amendment that can't get on about helping homeless and foster children. And then I see him walk into the well of the Senate, and I remember this story. And I run down, and he agrees to co-sponsor my amendment, gets other Republicans, and it's the law of the land now. And I tell people that would have never happened if I didn't go into his office, learn that he's much more than just that one incident or the things I see on the news about him, but I saw him as a more fuller textured human being, and it gave me more connection points to actually do something that help vulnerable children. Being kind to people has shown me that it not only makes a difference to the person, but it transforms you. In fact, when you do a kind act, doctors say it releases biochemicals that actually fight cancer rates and lift senses of well-being. But I know this universe, I believe in a balanced place. And a lot of times that kindness you send out to the world will come back to you twofold, tenfold, 15-fold.